Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomas, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about self and personal growth. And if you know that, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. In today's video, I'm going to talk about evolution. Some of you may want to say evolution, some of you may want to say spiritual growth. But whichever way you want to look at it, that is a journey that you decide to take that is going to move you towards becoming the highest version of yourself. Now you see, this video has been inspired by a few clients of mine that I have, and of course a few people on this channel. A lot of you guys may benefit much out of this video. You might have to learn what exactly spiritual evolution is. You might also have to understand how a person evolves, the challenges involved, the benefits at the end of the day. So you have got to understand that at some point in time, a person chooses to get out of their comfort zone and strive out there, go out there, put themselves out there, and become the highest version of themselves. So you're stopping to settle for less. Now, a lot of you guys who have been with me from the beginning, we have already produced more than 500 videos on this channel. But a lot of you guys who have been with me from the beginning, you already know how things have been along my journey. You know how it started. You know where I'm coming from. You know how everything took off. Now, initially, evolution is not a journey for everyone. So there are some people who are usually comfortable where they are. They have got their little job. They're in their toxic families. They're in toxic relationships. They may be comfortable there at some point. Some of them, they may really want to leave, but they don't know how to do that. So, but you see, when it comes to a chosen one is a person who doesn't settle for less. So a chosen one, you will be experiencing different kinds of circumstances regarding your own situation, but you will also realize that at some point, you deserve more and you deserve better. You know what I mean? So what usually the chosen one does, you decide to take extra moves and extra steps out of your comfort zone and go out there and put yourself out there and share whatever it is you have got with you, share it with the world. And on top of that, it is going to earn you an income. It is something that you're going to enjoy doing. It is also going to earn you an income. But on the other hand, also, it is going to help other individuals become a highest version of themselves. So you see, one thing to understand about evolution. Evolution is not easy. Evolution, ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy. You might have been involved in a difficult relationship. You might have been involved in a very toxic family. You could be somebody who doesn't even like your job. You might have done a job for a very long period of time. But then at the end of the point, it's like you're looking back in the years and you're feeling like you are still in that same position that you used to be. You are still in that place, that same position you used to be 20 or 10 or 5 years ago, depending on how long you have been in those kind of situations. So you are deciding that something has got to change. You're taking a very conscious decision. You're saying, no, this is not exactly why I came here. I did not come here to work a 9 to 5. I did not come here to stay and die in a toxic relationship. I did not come here to live all my life in a toxic family. Now you're getting out. You are challenging yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something very important. Evolution will be only taken up by those individuals who want to evolve, who want to grow. They want better in life. They want more. A person who is comfortable where they are, I can guarantee you that most of the times there's a big likeliness that those individuals, they're going to end up in that same position for the rest of their life. But a person who is chosen and you know that you're here for the bigger purpose, you are here for the bigger picture, you are going to get out of those comfort zones and you're going to start challenging yourself to do better things. There will come a time when you awaken as a chosen one. You're going to wake up You will snap. You will snap out of your jobs. You will snap out of your families. You will snap out of your relationships. You will snap out of your friendships. You're going to snap. Usually, the decision you take to evolve, to start to grow, is that decision which is taken it could be a few months, a few weeks, it can even sometimes be a year prior, post awakening. So it is going to come normally a time whereby you are all of a sudden going to get a hint of what it is that you want to do. I've done a video before about how my journey started initially, how I snapped and how I started to find these little dots, and put which dots actually put me exactly where I am today. So there will come a time whereby you're going to get a hint, you're going to get a clue, you're going to get an idea. That idea is going to ring very hard in your head. You will think that for a long period of time you have been thinking that you want to help people out there in one way or the other. It doesn't have to be that everybody's going to come out and start a YouTube channel. There may be so many things you can do. You can be gifted in so many ways. You're going to start having an intuition, a hint, a clue that there is something you can do, and can actually, that thing, whatever it is has come into your mind, it is something that you're going to use to elevate you and push you to the next level. So most of the times you're going to start taking baby steps. It may be a book that you've decided to write. You're going to start drafting your little sketches somewhere else. You're going to start writing each and every single day. You write a paragraph, you write a sentence, whatever it is, it is something that is very heavily on your heart, on your soul. You want to really do that with your soul. I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, the very moment you start to evolve and you start to desire more and you start to get out of your comfort zone, I can guarantee you as well that you are going to get a lot of challenges. The very first thing you're going to experience, you're going to get out of challenges. Number one, you might find yourself you don't have the equipment you need. You may want to be a music producer. You might have always thought about production. You want to be a music producer. But remember that you're thinking about becoming a music producer. You don't even have a computer at home. You want to be an artist. You want to be a guitarist, a pianist. You do not have the equipment you need at home. So most of the time, evolution is going to challenge you, whereby you are going to take all the necessary steps possible to make sure that you acquire each and everything you need for you to start and to take off on your spiritual path or spiritual journey. So most of the times, the hardest part of evolution is the beginning. Normally, you're going to find yourself stranded. Sometimes you don't have the finances necessary. Myself, personally, I started doing YouTube. There was a phone I used to have in those days, back in the days when I just left the narcissist. It is that same phone that I used to make my first YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So normally, what happens with evolution? A lot of people think that when you start in growth, you are going to get all the equipments in order. Everything has to be in place. You have to be organized. Guys, let me tell you something. When you're evolving one step at a time. Spiritual evolution is a journey. So you do not look at spiritual evolution as a destination. You look at it as a journey. You take the baby steps. You move step by step. You start traveling the journey of 1,000 miles. Now I can guarantee you as well, when you're evolving, when you're starting to do something for yourself, depending on what you want to do, you're going to experience a lot of challenges in the beginning. Sometimes you're going to question yourself. You will question yourself, you will think, am I doing the right thing? I remember back in the days when I was starting YouTube, I had only one subscriber. I had, I think, about 7 or 8 videos on YouTube, but I had only one subscriber. And then eventually there was the second one. And then eventually there was the third one. There was a time, I think it was like about a month or two, I don't remember. And I was thinking that, am I actually doing the right thing? Is this YouTube thing for me? Is this something I'm supposed to do? So I was questioning myself. I was doubting that decision I'd take to start a YouTube channel. So in those days, I was really challenged. I was thinking that I'm taking the wrong route. It is not the right path I was supposed to take. So I was a bit kind of questioning my path. You know what I mean? But there was something within me that told me, listen, Desomos, you have got something to share. You have just to keep on going. There was a voice in me that told me, that little voice that always told me that when the right time comes, the right people are going to find you. and something just kept pushing me to go on. I would wake up each and every single day. I do not know where I got the motivation. I woke up each and every single day. I went out. I added a brick to my foundation. I did a video, did the next one. I did the next one. Sometimes, of course, I took breaks because I was like, this journey looks like impossible. So sometimes I was like, I'm not going to do anything for a week. I'll take a break for a week. But then at the end of the day, I was thinking about where the whole thing started. I was like, I'm not going to go back to where I had been. So I kept on the next day, carried on, and pushed on with the videos. And guys, behold, one by one, the subscribers started finding me. People started finding me one by one. People shared my videos. People commented on my videos. People liked my videos. People resonated. And that's exactly how I found my tribe. So whichever journey you have going on with you, whichever journey you decide to take as a chosen one, you have got to know that it's a journey that is not taken by cowards. So when you're talking about a journey of spiritual evolution, it is not a journey that is going to be taken. I've already said this in my videos. It is not a journey that is taken by anybody else around you. A lot of people, that's the reason why normally when you're starting this kind of little steps, they will think you're crazy. They will want to make you believe that you don't know where you're going. They want to make you believe you don't know what you're doing. Your own friends will start abandoning you. Your parents will abandon you. Your partners will abandon you. Most of the times, the journey of spiritual evolution, you're going to realize that you're by yourself in the middle of the desert. So the challenge is coming that way whereby uh, you're growing each and every single day, you're moving higher, but at the same time, you're looking around and there's nobody around you. Nobody wants to support you. Nobody wants to support you. Guys, this one is going to be a major one. You're going to realize each and every single day you are doing something by yourself. You're dragging. It's like you're dragging. It's going to feel sometimes as if you're dragging yourself to do something. Sometimes it will feel as if you're forcing yourself to do something. But you see, the secret is for you to evolve, you're supposed to go through an enormous amount of pressure. So you're supposed to be challenged and you're supposed to feel as if you're going through a whole lot of pressure. Sometimes you're going to experience days whereby you're going to be broke. You will lack equipment, you will lack motivation. Sometimes you will be anxious, you will have depression, you will feel as if there is something you're doing that you're not supposed to do. The secret is, let me tell you something, the very moment those challenges start kicking in, that means that for the first time in your life, you're actually challenging your ego, because your ego is telling you that exactly you should be exactly where you have been. Your ego does not want you to evolve. Your ego doesn't want you to move to the next level. Your ego wants you to stay in your comfort zone. So you're going to feel as if your ego is challenging you each and every single day. Go back to that job you have been. Or you're suffering too much. You should go back to your parents. You should go back to your relationship. Go back to your spouses, to your husbands, to your wives. Your ego is going to tell you to go back where you have been. Because that is exactly what was making your ego comfortable. But the very moment you realize that you're starting to see those feelings of emotions, those emotions which are telling you, you know what, you're not doing the right thing. You know what I mean? I think you should stop here. That thing you have decided to do, it is a mistake. That is exactly when you know you are actually starting to grow. Guys, let me tell you something. The very moment you hear negative thoughts coming into your mind and they are telling you that you should go back where you have been, to that area, that territory that was comfortable before, the territory which was giving you comfort, that is exactly when you know you're starting to evolve and grow and burst out of the bubble. So it's like when you're evolving, you are kind of um, bursting out of the shell. You know what I mean? It is like there's that version of you that has always been hidden within you. So there's that ego version of you that has always been hidden within you. It has just been suppressed because of the current situations around you, relationships, schools, conditioning, friendships, religion, and all these kind of things. But now you're starting to burst out of the bubble, and now you're starting to think for yourself. They will not tell you these things in schools. They will not tell you this, that sometimes you can do more than actually what you believe about yourself. You can do more. You can get out of that bubble. You can grow. You can get out and start doing things by your own. You can challenge yourself and grow and move towards the next level. You have got to ignore those negative thoughts, chosen ones. You have got to know you are here to do big things. You are here to achieve big things. You are here to move higher. You are here to inspire. You're not going to live a comfortable life, because it is exactly what is familiar territory. You are only going to evolve by living an uncomfortable life. But you see, the secret is, when you're trying to evolve, you're supposed to come to that feeling. Along your journey, sometimes you're going to feel at the end of the day that you're doing something that is very uncomfortable. When you find yourself doing something that is very uncomfortable, that is when you know that you're starting to evolve. You are actually growing without even knowing it. You're actually growing. Guys, if I can look back 3 years ago, there's been so many times when I thought I would just give up and let it go. There's many times when I thought that I couldn't do this. It was extremely uncomfortable. That journey, believe me, guys, it was extremely uncomfortable. It was not easy for me to come out, having endured long periods of abuse, coming out and speaking about narcissism, because I was worried in the first place. What are my parents going to think? What are the friends going to think? What are my circles going to think about me? But you have got to know, sometimes when you're evolving, you're going to outgrow so many people around you, because you're embarking on a journey that they do not understand. They cannot see your vision. They cannot see your dream. They are seeing you running around with cameras. You're recording stuff. You're doing this. You're putting things on YouTube. They cannot see your journey. They may have a feeling of where it is you want to go, but they do not understand what keeps on motivating you each and every single day to wake up and add a brick to your foundation. So that is exactly when you're going to notice you're outgrowing so many people around you. You're going to outgrow family. You're going to outgrow friends. You're going to experience long periods of loneliness. People will hate you for nothing. People will abandon you along the way. You're going to notice you're just standing, only you, one individual on an island, and it's like you by yourself. Sometimes you will be broke. There will be challenges, ladies and gentlemen, but I can guarantee you, out of those challenges, that is exactly when you're going to start growing and evolving. Do not be confused by your external circumstances. Do not be confused by your current circumstances. Some of you may be even sometimes homeless. I've told you guys an example. There's a guy I know. I will not even go into the details. There's a guy I know, one of the a very famous YouTuber. He started his YouTube channel in the car. He was sleepless. He was homeless. He was sleeping in his car. The only thing he had was his phone. All he had to do was take out his phone and start speaking out his truth. That's how he started. In his car, somewhere in the parking yard, he took out his phone, he started his channel, and I can guarantee you at this moment the guy has taken off. Big time. Do not underestimate those little bits, those small steps. Do not underestimate those little steps you are taking. Those little steps you are taking, they can take you very far. Do not underestimate the power of evolution. Evolution is going to come with different challenges, but when you stick on, when you hang on, when you keep on exactly being as authentic as you can, standing in your truth, speaking out your truth and speaking out your heart, creating out of authenticity. Do not create what other people have been doing. Just make sure that you create something that is authentic, something that describes you as an individual, so that whereby your creation is going to come to that point whereby nobody can ever take it from you. It is something you have created uniquely, authentically, organically. There is nobody can ever take away your creation. I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen. When you start creating things by yourself, you're going to notice that you have got something, you have got a little jewel, a little diamond, and nobody can ever take it away from you. They may try to take it away from you, you're going to create another one, because you have already mastered your craft. So the secret is to master your craft. When you notice your journey, your path that you want to take, the second step you're going to do is you're going to master your craft. How can you make it better? You've been using an old phone. Okay, maybe you try to get a new phone. Maybe this time you upgrade to a computer. You know what I mean? What about the microphone? What about this? What about that? You're going to make sure that each and every single day, any little money you have, you invest it towards your growth. You put it into your growth, and I can guarantee you guys within time. Do not look at the destination. I've told you guys the journey of evolution, it is a journey. This is a spiritual journey. You are walking a journey, and you do not have to focus on the destination. Just focus on the journey each and every single day. Just wake up and show up. The only thing you have got to do is wake up and show up, regardless of the circumstances. No matter what is, whether it's raining, no matter whether there's some parties going on outside, you're going to sometimes miss parties. You're going to sometimes miss occasions. You're going to sometimes be away from family. You're going to make sure that you show up each and every single day. The journey of evolution starts like that, whereby you are going to challenge yourself each and every single day. And at the end of the day, guys, I can guarantee you, if you stick on and if you hang on a little bit longer, you're usually going to find or going to get exactly where it is you want to be. So that being said, guys, I would like to know if this video resonates with you. Let me know where you are at your journey of evolution. Let me know what you're doing by yourself. Let me know how have you stepped out of your comfort zone and the challenges you're facing at the moment. But you have got to know those challenges are not permanent. It's just a temporary step to push you further into evolution and becoming the highest version of yourself. Drop us a comment, like this video if you want to, and donate and support to this channel if you want to. All the links you need, you will find them in the description section below. You can always book a session with me. We can talk about narcissism, spirituality, and personal development. Until then, I'll catch you in my next one, guys. Much love and blessings. There's almost signing out. Peace.